Hello everybody, I'm Karina Chin with karinascreations.com. First of all, I want to thank you so much for stopping by. I have a really fun technique to share with you today. It's called a floating frame technique. And I'm going to show you how to make this fun card. We were supposed to make this at my Monday class last night, but I had to cancel it. So I thought I would just do a video so that anyone who missed the class can still make the card. This is one design, and this is the one we were actually going to make last night. I always do a technique card with this. Oh, I've got some few people popping in. I just want to say hello to Sharon. Hello, Sharon's here watching, and hopefully more people will pop in. But this was the technique we were going to do, floating frame technique. And then I always make a technique card for everybody when they come to my classes. So if you missed this, I do have a class this Friday. It's actually the Everything Rosy class. But if you're dying to make one of these cards, I could probably set up a station and let you stamp it. So the class this Friday, we're going to make a bunch of these cards with the Everything Rosy kit. And that's going to be 7 o'clock. So if you want to come, let me know. Okay, that's not supposed to be in there. It's amazing how all these cards just appear. This one's my favorite. Look at that one. Isn't that gorgeous? So pretty. So pretty. Okay, let me just tuck that away. Okay, and we did that. I'm just trying to think. I have a few more quick little announcements before I share with you how to make this fun little card. On May 31st, I have a buy one, get one free catalog kickoff party. Now, this is a one-day event. I only set it up once a year because I turn my whole house into a craft store. I sell everything that I can. It's buy one, get one free. So if you buy a regular priced item that's in the catalog that's retiring, you pay for that item and then you get a brand new catalog item for free. You just pay the shipping and GST on the new item. Plus you take home the old stuff. It's a huge sale and I'm just starting to price everything now. It takes me about a week to price everything. It's crazy. So if you want to come, I really hope you will. Send me a message and let me know and I will make you up make and takes because I have 2 make and takes. I hand out my brand new catalogs. I just got 8 cases of catalogs that arrived today. I'm so excited. And then also on June 2nd, I'm doing something for my downline called a new product catalog sample. New product catalog sample. And we're going to make 4 of each design. So these, we're going to make 4 cards in total out of 3 stamp sets from the catalog. So these are just 2 of them. This is a Magnolia one. No, where's Magnolia? This is Magnolia. 2 of the cards. This is the, I don't even know what these birds are called, but they're just gorgeous. And then this is a mosaic stamp set. And then this one goes like this. So that's what we're making on June the 2nd. So if you're interested in that, let me know. The other 6 cards are coming. Not designed yet, but they are coming. So exciting. And then also on June 15th, I do an event with my friends Brenda and Donna. And we'll be doing an event at the Sandman Hotel in Ellerslie. It's $55 in Edmonton, and you get a stamp set, you get product, a whole bunch of stuff. It's a really, really fun day. So let me know if you're interested in anything of that nature. And also, I just wanted to say, if you wanted to order any of the products that I'm sharing with you today, you can go to my website. It's actually www.karinachin.stampinup.net. And then that'll take you to my page if you wanted to place your order. And if you enter the May Hostess code, that just links everything together. And that's how I get free product to give away at my Facebook Lives and some of my other events that I do. So I would appreciate that if you do it. If you're ordering more than $200, then don't use the host code. You get to be the hostess, which is even better. So I just wanted to mention that quickly. And then anybody who likes or shares my video, I just want to thank you. I'm trying to get my name out there to get more people to watch. So there were, I believe, 14 likes or shares last week. And 4 shares and I think 14 likes. So all these names are in the bucket. So I am just going to draw a name. Oh, what are they going to win? They're going to win the Beach Happy stamp set. Let's see. The winner is Peggy Ann. So Peggy Ann, thank you for sharing and liking my videos. So I will pop this in the mail to you. Actually, you're going to be at my Friday class, Peggy Ann. I'll just give it to you then, now that I think about it. So thank you so much for liking and sharing my videos. I really, really appreciate it. And I just, before I started, wanted to show you one more thing. I'm using the Pop of Petals stamp set. It is rolling over into the new catalog, and it has a matching punch. And right now it's a bundle. So if you want to make these cards, I highly recommend that you get these now, because once the new catalog goes in place in June 4th, they won't be a bundle anymore. And by getting a bundle, you save 10%. The other thing I wanted to mention quickly is the Designer Series paper is part of the Time for Tea product suite. And these are some of the cards that were made with the Time for Tea product suite. I actually made this for one of our elite prizes at our event last year, I believe, at our Creative Day event. Anyway, I put these 3 cards on my blog, but you can see how cute they are. This set is retiring. In fact, this whole product suite is retiring, except the little tins are rolling over, but they're pretty cute too, don't you think? So fun. These would be great for a teacher gift, a little thank you piano teacher gift, just to cheer up some friends, and a gift card fits nicely in here too. And then I also made this too, but I don't know what it's going to be yet. I have to stay tuned. I'll share something on my blog. Okay, let me get to stamping, because that's what I think most of you want to see. Okay, what I discovered when doing the floating frame technique was that if you use Designer Series paper, your layers don't tear. The technique is easier. With this one, we used solid cardstock and stamped our images and punched it out. And then at the class, some of the flowers split because Stampin' Up! Paper is very special. There's actually 2 layers compressed in our cardstock, which is why it is thicker than the regular cardstock, the other regular cardstock on the market. So it's great normally, but for this technique, if you just use Designer Series paper, it's even better. And then that way too, you're not hoarding your Designer Series paper. So that makes me happy. That's a win-win. Okay, step 1 with this card. We need the rectangular framelit dies. These are rolling over as well, so you can still get these. I had to buy 2 sets. I love these so much. Because oftentimes when I prep for my classes, I like to have 2 things going at the same time in my Big Shot. It saves me a little bit of prep time. And I have taken my frame and I put a magnetic sheet in there, and then that way on my stamping table I don't lose the frames that I want to work with. I started doing that at my classes as well. Saves a bit of time. Okay, so the first thing we're going to do is cut out this little frame portion for our card. Just set that aside. And I've got a piece of Coastal Cabana cardstock. It is 3 inches by 4 inches. Hopefully that's long enough. Oh, that's pretty close. You know what? I need it to be 4.5 inches. So, where is it here? So this is how I store my cardstock. I keep them all in hanging folders. And then that way my pieces are ready to go, and it saves me a lot of time because I'm not digging through tons of paper. And I don't like it when my colors get mixed up, because then I don't know what color I'm working with. Because one of the benefits of Stampin' Up! Is that your ink matches your paper color and everything's matchy-matchy, and then it helps you make a beautiful card. I want my ribbon to match my ink, to match all my embellishments. Now, if you like, you can use a piece of washi tape. I always have extra washi tapes, and usually I just tack it down, but I think I'm just going to take a chance and be very careful when I put my plate on, and then roll it through my Big Shot machine. And then this will create the frame that I want. Boy, my table is rattling today. Okay, and I live in Edmonton, Alberta, Canada, so if you live in my area and want to attend my class, I love it when new people come. Love meeting new people. That's one of the reasons I started stamping. I can't believe how many amazing friends I've met over the years by doing Stampin' Up! Classes. And whenever I meet a new paper crafter, they're usually just as happy as I am. I've never met a grumpy paper crafter before. We're all happy people. Okay, so that's the frame. We'll just set this aside. This can be used for another project later on. So I'll just tuck that aside. Now the next thing you want to do is get a piece of cardstock. It can be any size. I happen to be using a piece of Whisper White cardstock that is cut at 4 inches by 5 1/4 inches. And I'm going to be putting all my flower images on there. Now the Pop of Petals stamp set has a variety of flowers, but I just wanted to use the more outlined images was my plan. And I have set it aside in here so I wouldn't lose them. Another thing I've done with this stamp set is that I didn't put my labels on them. I put a little marker and put a little dot. Dot means at the top. And if I stamp my images like this, the punch will line up perfectly. And that makes me really happy. And I'll show you why in a minute when I go to actually punch these out. Okay, so I'm just going to spread these out. And this paper is part of the, what is it? Tea Room Specialty Designer paper. Okay, and then I'm going to use the Coastal Cabana ink pad. With our new Stampin' Up! Ink pads, you just need to push it at the top, and that opens your ink pad. And I'm just stamping a whole bunch. Remember, for me, it's dot at the top, or I'll turn it around for you guys, like that. And I'm just going to do a bunch of them. Don't know how many I need. Maybe 4 of each image. And then let's get the other stamp going. Again, dot at the top. And I'll put it on this one. I just re-inked my pad. Boy, does it make a huge difference in how my stamped images turn out. And this is what I mean. Now you can see it's perfectly lined up. If you didn't do that, the punch doesn't line up perfectly, and then it can cause you a little bit of grief. So that is my tip. Do a practice stamp and put a dot at the top. You can put your label on if you want. I was having a lazy day and didn't put my label on. It's just too much effort to walk and find the Sharpie. Okay, so I have 4 of these guys. And let's see. Well, I see Maureen's here. Hello, Maureen. Hello, Celine. I see more people are stopping in. I don't have the Facebook Live on my computer right now. I'm just using my phone, so I can't really see everybody who is joining me right now. So if I miss your name, please do not be insulted. I can't really see it until after. I guess I could get a brand new iPhone. Oh, that's not a bad idea. I just went and spoiled myself though and got a brand new computer, so I should be good for 10 years now with this computer. At least that's what the salesperson said. Don't know how accurate that is, but we will see. Okay, so I have about 12 flowers stamped. Now this is the next thing you need to do. We are going to get my cardstock, Whisper White cardstock. It doesn't have to be Whisper White, it can be anything. And all I'm going to do is place these onto my Whisper White cardstock. I'm not even gluing them, but I want them as close as possible because it just makes your frame look really nice. And I want a little blue guy. Oh, where did all my blue guys go? My Coastal Cabana flowers. I guess they're not blue guys, but you guys know what I mean. My happy little flowers. And as well, it's okay to have them hanging off the edge of your cardstock, and I'll show you what we're going to do in a minute. You can do this with any designer paper, any kind of stamp sets. I find you want larger images because we have to put Stampin' Dimensionals on these, and if you have too many small little pieces, your dimensionals can get a bit challenging. Okay, now I am short a couple flowers, so let's just grab this pattern. We'll get 2 more flowers. And the next thing you're going to need for this technique is you need to go to your kitchen and grab some Press and Seal. I believe it's a Glad product. If you don't have Press and Seal, you're going to want to go to the grocery store. I bought mine at Safeway. Like I said, I'm in Edmonton, Alberta, and that's just where I found it. We have many stores that I'm sure that carry it. Okay, do I like this? I think I'm happy with this-ish. Okay, we'll just separate that out. And again, they're not glued on at all. Okay, now this is the fun part. Actually, I want to move this down a bit. Dum-da-dum. Okay, I think that's good. Now, here's my press and seal. I just want enough to cover the cardstock. So I guess I could have actually cut the exact size, but I am a lazy stamper. Who wants to do that? Okay, then you carefully put these down and hope they don't move too much. If they move, then you just kind of rearrange them a bit. And then give them a nice little press with your press and seal. And then I'll lift it up. And then I'm going to get an old pair of scissors. It doesn't have to be, I could use paper snips, but I don't want to gum them up. Whenever I gum up my paper snips, there is a product called, I think it's Goo Gone, I just bought from my hardware store, which is Canadian Tire. I don't know, Canadian Tire just has a lot of stuff. A lot of strange little things that I'm looking for. And then it cleans all the adhesive off your scissors. So you can see all I'm doing is trimming the press and seal and trimming off the extra little bits of my flower so that it's going to fit on my Whisper White cardstock. The only problem with this press and seal is it's pretty sticky. I have actually never tried to use it in the kitchen before, but now I think I'm going to have to do that. So fun, so fun. I love techniques. Every time we have a Wednesday or a Monday class, we do at least one technique. The Wednesday girls told me that it was actually a 3-technique class by accident. I just got excited. I had too much to share. Okay, can you guys see what I'm doing now? So we've got my Whisper White cardstock that's been trimmed off. Press and seal is still on top. We're going to grab out of my frames the smaller frame, or smaller rectangle. Apologies. My smaller rectangle. And I'm just putting that in here. I'm just centering it. And it doesn't matter which rectangular shape you use as long as they kind of make a frame. Okay, this could be a little tricky because I'm not looking at this at the right angle, but hopefully it's fairly centered on my cardstock. And again, I'm just rolling it through the Big Shot. And I'll set my Big Shot down here. Okay, so it's kind of squished everything together. Oh, it's not quite centered. I've got a little bit more on this side, but that's okay. It's still going to look wonderful. Besides, it's a hand stamped card. This card is made with love. Okay, now the next thing you want to do is you are going to peel off this Whisper White, which is going to leave your flowers that are attached to the press and seal. Now this piece you're going to use on another card, so I will set that aside. And then the next thing I'm going to do is grab my Stampin' Dimensionals. We sell mini dimensionals and we sell regular dimensionals. And you can see mine are all cut up right now. That's because I've been doing a lot of these cards. And we need to put dimensionals on every single flower. That's why if these pieces are too small, you have to use mini dimensionals. And this is what's going to give us our floating frame. And the more the dimensionals, the better. Dimensionals are only $5.50 a pack, so they're not too expensive. Okay, I need one here. I think I need a mini dimensional. Yeah, I do need a mini. A mini dimensional. We'll put a mini dimensional here. What do you think? Does that look good, guys? Okay, prepare to be wowed when I put this together. Now there's many videos out there on the floating frame technique. I'm not sure where I saw the first one, but it's fun. And like I said, it's a great way to use up your designer series paper. There's a few hashtags going around. That's hashtag stop paper hoarding, hashtag, what's the other one? I forget what the other one is. but they link a whole bunch of ways to use up your designer series paper. Because I have to admit, I'll have to show you one of these Facebook Lives how much stuff I have accumulated. It is shocking, actually, shocking. But you know, when I want pretty paper, I want to have a selection and an assortment to choose from. Another shocking thing is the number of stamp sets and framelits that I'm going to be selling as well. That's a little scary. A bit of excessive, I would say. Okay, so you can see I've just picked up my press and seal. So it's the only thing holding it down right now is the press and seal. And dimensionals on the back. I peeled off the backing and hopefully I can get this centered like so. I think this is going to look great. Yeah, that looks pretty even around the side. If you don't want to worry about having an edge, then just cut this piece to be the same size as your card base. My card base is 5.5 inches by 8.5 inches, scored at 4 1/4. And then the whole tricky part of the card is this. So when I did it at my class, like I said, when we peeled these back, the paper started to separate, which was not so fun. Then we had to stamp extra flowers. It was not my smartest card to make, but it did look really pretty. So I told the girls that I would do it with designer series paper and see if it made a difference. And you know what? It does. I'm not getting any separation at all because designer series paper is only one paper layer. Now, where the pieces are lifting up, I could go and put an extra dimensional if I want. I don't really know if I'm going to do that with this card right now. Okay, there we go, you guys. What do you think? And then my press and seal goes in the garbage. Looking pretty cute. And then the next thing I'm going to do, where's that beautiful frame we just created? That's going to go on here. But I think before I do that, I need to stamp my sentiment. So I am using the Birthday Cheer stamp set. This is retiring, so May 24th is the last chance or the last opportunity you'll have to get this. Unless you find it in somebody's garage sale. Yes, this will be in my garage sale. But I only have one. Just one. And the framelits are amazing with this set. So for class, I actually put this on for my girls using the Stamparatus. Ooh, that looks, oh, I'm so happy with how this is turning out. So exciting. Okay, let's put the frame on now. I'm using some Mono Multi Glue because I just want a little thin edge. Let's pull it in so you can actually see what I'm doing. How about that? I sure hope I've been in the video frame. I haven't really been checking. Otherwise, it'll be a whole video of me chatting the whole time, which I'm sure you guys don't want to hear. Unless it's food. I could talk about food forever. I'm a bit of a foodie. Actually, I am a foodie. I totally live to eat. Okay, this is my card so far. It's a little off center. It's not too bad though. I can live with that. If I wasn't doing a Facebook Live video, I would actually have spent more time centering it on the big shot before I cut it. Now I think it's missing a few things. We need some embellishments. So this is the ribbon in the, what is it? Tea for Time, Time for Two, Tea Room Suite, product suite. And I'm just doing bunny ear bows. This ribbon comes in a 2-pack. It comes in this color with some copper edging on the side. And then it also comes, I think it's vanilla is the other color. This one's Coastal Cabana. The ribbon is just beautiful in this pack. Just gorgeous. See how it's not cutting? That means I need to get out my Goo Gone or whatever, Gooby Gone, whatever it's called. Okay, that's going to go there. So whenever you put your bows on your cards, I like to get a glue dot. You just peel it back until you find your little glue dot. And then you can just put it on your card. I'm going to put mine right about here. And then we also have these beautiful, I love these artisan pearls. I can't believe they're not rolling over. This is one of my favorite because they've got a few different shades. I find they coordinate with tons and tons of different things. But I guess I could either, well, I could just, you know, buy a whole bunch of them before they retire. Maybe we need a hashtag Karina Stop Paper Hoarding hashtag going on. But that's basically it for my card. What do you guys think? Oh, I see Jessica's here. Hello, Jessica. Carolyn's here. You're in the frame. Thank you, Carolyn. Thank you. I'll go back and make comments on my video after. Thank you so much, you guys, for stopping in and watching me. I really appreciate it. And like I said, this is my card. And then the technique card, I'll show you the other one again. This is the other one done with design, with just regular cardstock in the stamp set, but it's a bit tricky. Sometimes the paper layers do separate. So thanks for so much for stopping by. And if you like or share my video, I'll make sure your name goes into the draw next week. So I hope you have an amazing day. And again, if you need to order anything, I'll put the link in my comments section. Have a great day. Bye.